All right, so today is January 24th, 2022. Today was a day that, I traded today, but I only took one scalp. I've taken two trades. Oh my God, there's even this one I'm seeing here. It's got two, yeah, anyway, almost shorted it there and I wanted to take a short here again. But I've held myself back, but seeing it working out is good. And I think what I'm trying to work on right now, or one of the things that is quite top priority for me right now, is um, controlling the four fears of trading: um, the fear of missing out, the fear of losing money, the fear of leaving money on the table, and what's the last fear? Wait, losing money, leaving money on the table, fear of missing out. I can't remember what the last fear is, but anyway, um, and this is more to do with the fear of missing out. I found today, I took a really good, quick scalp. It would have been amazing, more amazing than what it was. But yeah, that was what it was. All right, so let's talk about today, um, and then I'm going to talk about how I've been trading it. I mentioned a few days ago that we're coming to test the October low on the monthly chart, and the reason why that's the case is because obviously we've created a wedge. The wedge always tends to start the trading range. You have a small wedge. Actually, it's best looks better on the weekly chart. So basically, once you have this wedge top, let's actually make it easier to see. Let's try webinar. All right, cool. Okay, anyway, so you have this wedge top here, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and usually when you have this wedge, you have this spike pullback channel, and 3 pushes tests this part of the channel, which is the September or October low. This is the October low, as you can see down here. So that's always kind of been the target for this particular chart, the October low, and we've kind of sold off very strongly over the last few days. I haven't really traded most of it. I've been sort of busy, and I wish I traded all of this as for what it was, but just haven't really had the time. All right, so this is useless now, so we can take this out. It looks like a wedge bottom, but it's not really important. So we now have the October low, which is here, but it's actually broken out. I actually thought this was once a very, very red bar from here to here. We had this massive gap. And I thought, oh gosh, are we going even lower and forming a massive bear trend? It's very, very rare. It's a very tight channel. You wouldn't sort of get that big of a trend. You still need a pullback. All right. Okay, so that was today. So if we look at the 5-minute chart, we had a massive gap down this morning, and I remember looking at the chart saying, "Wow, massive gap down. Let's see how it goes." I wanted to take a short here. I thought, okay, first we have bull bar, bear bar, then bull bar, and then now we have this 2 bear bars. Not a bad idea to go short here, but I was just watching it from my laptop, not really taking any trades. This came down and then went back up, and then we pulled back, and I thought, oh, this is confusing for me. Not really sure what to do. It's a bear bar. It closes a bear bar, but it has a pullback, so we have 2 pullbacks right now. And then what's going on again, and then we now have this, and I thought maybe it's going to fail and then carry on. Got to the moving average, and it did fail, and it carried on. What was now interesting and kind of confused me when I was looking at the chart was we have what, 1 pullback, 2 pullback, 3. So I saw this as a wedge, but then as you can see that failed too. And I thought, okay, well, if anything, we've also got another wedge here. And if you also look at that, this is, if we redraw this as a channel, this is a very, did I draw this right? If I redraw this channel, actually, the channel probably is better drawn like this. Yeah, that's better. So now you have 4 touches. But anyway, so if you draw this as a channel, this is the actual channel, but usually whenever I draw wedges, I draw with the overshoot as well, because they're not perfect, but the point being that you have 3 attempts to reverse the trend. First attempt here, second attempt, and then the third attempt. But this is This has been a beautiful trade. What I now noticed was the range. If I were going to short here, the range is just ridiculous. 40 points. That's just too much. But 40 points here alone, this is typically a bear trend range. Like a day has this as a range, but we just have this on just this section. And this day, surprisingly, if you think about it, from the open we had 131 points, and the entire day had 200 points, and this is the ES. So I feel a bit stupid that I haven't traded this day, and I didn't actually sort of do much with it. I mean, the scalp I took was pretty large, and it was just part of a bar. Yeah, so dangerous day to trade. All right, so let's actually, I'm going to use this chart. I mean, do I want to use the white chart? Let me see. Do I want to use the white chart? Do I want to see things on the white chart? I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? All right, so let's go through every single bar. So actually, so the first thing that I noticed was that when I saw this breakout, and I thought, okay, fine, we're going below the moving average, but we have a bull bar, and then we're now doing the sell to close thing. So this is breaking out of something. If you look at the after hours, you will find, or you will see, that we had a two-legged pullback to the moving average here, and we were breaking out of this low. This would have been a beautiful entry short. And I had I seen this earlier, I would have gone short here. Although the risk is very high, 33 points. Yeah, I need to think about how I want to trade this, because I don't. The probability is pretty high that we're going lower, the continuation of this. But the risk itself is high as well, which is generally the case. You know, high risk, high probability. The question is, how much do I want to risk? If I'm trend trading, which is basically taking this and following this all the way down here, or possibly here, I probably should trade small, right? So, yeah. So therefore, it's probably important to me that maybe I just bought one ES contract instead of buying four, because obviously with four I probably will be shaken out. But the range is very nice. But anyway, that's not the point. So we have a two-legged pullback here. Nice breakout bar. This is a credible short. So I would have loved to go short here. So I'm just going to put a red box here because of this particular chart. If we are trading this chart, this is the short. Let's darken it. All right, here we go. All right, so that's the credible short from this. And then I'm just going to mark the two highs. Oh, come on. There we go. And then we now have one pullback here, second pullback, and third pullback. So we have a wedge. Credible to go long here, or at least we'll exit there above that bar. It's easier to trade this as a bear because the moving average is slanting down and everything is kind of heading south at the moment. All right, so that's that. This is a difficult one for me, but I can see one, pullback, two, I guess. I don't know if I would have taken this short here, because I don't really have a setup, right? So it did form a triangle. Here with here. You have two legs up, one, pullback, two. So credible short here again. I think easier just to sell on this one. So you can take a short here, breaking out of the lows again. And then you now have another wedge. So I remember, as I said, I saw this channel. There's a tight channel, but the wedge top did not trigger. 1, 2, 3, and it failed. Oops, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, so I guess you could short here, but it's not something I look for. I haven't really gotten to that point. All right, so credible to go above this bar or this bar. Stop down here. So I'll probably put an entry here, duplicate. And this is where things get really interesting. We have a bull breakout. We have a pullback over here. Second pullback, third. So this is a wedge. Wedge failed formed a triangle. Oh god. Wedge field formed a triangle, and of course that means we're going for a measured move. The size of this range, and that was a measured move target over there. So this is a credible long above here. Again, really high risk but very high reward. I guess you could also take it above there, but this is a better trade for me. Targeting the measured move target. As you can see, the profits were taken, and then we now have a spike and channel. 3 pushes down, 1, 2, 3. This is interesting. Whenever you see this, generally there's a pullback here somewhere. Maybe an inside pullback. All right, so we have that, and then we now have another opportunity to go long. Oh, another thing I was considering was going short here, because it's the high of day. It's a what's it called? A credible sell, at least to the moving average. All right. Okay, so we now have an entry here. 1 pullback, 2 pullback, 3, and then also this is a failed wedge. Yeah, this is a failed wedge, so therefore another measured move. To the top of this range. Okay, as you can see, that's gone there. So we now have 1 pullback, 2 pullback, 3, another wedge top. Oops, wrong tool. So now this kind of adds a lot of credence as to why this is dropping. Interesting. So I was going to take this short, but then looking at it now, 1 pullback, 2 pullback, but then it looks like we're going up. We have a double top, and look where it failed over here. This is really interesting. Tempting to take this long, even above this, to get to the top of this trading range. That would also be a good entry. This one was what made me want to go short, but again, 2 legs to the moving average, but then this doesn't look like it's gone very far. But anyways, interesting to watch. So yeah, here we go. We have pretty much our trading entry points for today. We became always in long here, and yeah. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 good entries to trade this day. Really just need one, just for a really good scalp. But yeah, 7 very good entries. Now, where did I go long? I went long here somewhere. Was it here somewhere? I have to go look at the orders. I went here long. Was it here? I think I went long here. I can't remember, but it was somewhere here. I think I saw these inside bars. I saw that we had broken strongly above the moving average. No, maybe it was there. I can't remember. And then I saw that we were going higher. I looked at a tick chart to get a good entry and a great place to put my stop. Actually, my stop should have been here. So anyway, just scalped it, got a really nice profit out of it. I left it. All right. So, what? Excuse me. What is my outlook for tomorrow? I think, as I look at I think we will potentially trade up, maybe go sideways actually, or even not gap up, but then come back down, test this low again, just the same way this has done this, go up and then come back down. I think that's what we're going to do. So, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because the channel is so tight. Look at how tight this is. The first reversal is probably going to be minor. It tests where the reversal started, which is here. I reckon this is going to be different. I don't think it's going to go as far as this, but we're going to see. All right, that's my trading for the day. Oh, also I took some other trades today. What am I saying? I took a long here Was it here? Oh, I can't remember. I took a long here because you know we're at the bottom of the range. Oh, I can't remember. But I took a long here, made some money. Then I tried to take a short here, just two legs off the moving average. That's it.